right, let's get to this. First one up here, we're going to take a look at KRTX. It looks like this one had some schizophrenia news that come out. Do you know a little bit more about the situation, Joel?
Just good drug news, man. That's all you need to know. Good drug
Yeah.
news, and
Any other stock you think could move with this one?
you're talking about pre-market high 225. You backed off $14. So that's what I'd look at. No idea where to buy it, but keep an eye on that pre-market high. Previous high of the move that came in at 217.11. If you
That's a
look,
big mover too.
217.01.
Yeah, big move for sure. Let's keep going. Let's go to MSTR. Of course, this is moving with Bitcoin and that kind of move. Of course, we have been seeing Bitcoin kind of rally as of late. Do you think there's some opportunities in some of these Bitcoin plays?
I think they've run too far here now. I mean, it was predictable that Bitcoin would start to get a lift. This is what Bitcoin is built for, the collapse of the banking system. I mean, the crypto guys are running wild here right now, the crypto guys and girls. This is what they're built for. So, and they've been calling this for a long time, and they love seeing these banks collapse. And if Bitcoin wasn't rallying right now, you'd have serious problems. So it's very predictable that Bitcoin is flight. You know, people are worried about their money in the bank and putting in Bitcoin. People are worrying, Bitcoin's going to win. These crypto people were right. That's the talk out there right now. And, who's to say they're wrong, I guess, at this point, because we got banks falling down. So I'm not shorting crypto here, I'll tell you that. I'm not long really any of it, but, I'm watching, and it's not surprising that it's showing strength in a situation where we're losing banks.
Yeah, you're trading up a little bit. I mean, just following Bitcoin, if you're looking just on the dailies, and it's hard to just the correlations are just so off on this. But 290.74 was your next daily high. That was back on February 21st.
All right, we'll see what happens there in MSTR. ENPH with some news this morning. Looks like Raymond James upgraded it to outperform from market perform, noting the sell-off in Enphase shares, which are down nearly 31% this year. I've been seeing this start to crack. Full disclosure, I am short First Solar. So started seeing First Solar has been hanging on, but if you take a look at like SEDG in the solar, look at this sell-off in the last couple of days. Definitely started seeing that turnaround. Remember, I was even looking for this to get through 330. Glad I sold it break even on this move on that day, because since then, it's just been a hard downturn in Solar Edge. And you can see EMPH tried to get back up and then just started cracking through support. So I'm running away from EMPH. Looks like Raymond James is upgrading it to run to it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, trying to buy low. You're getting a pop off it. I mean, maybe put a reminder if this thing shows stability and could hold 200. Maybe buy it on strength. But a lot of people got smoked on this thing, so I think this is a little bit of an overhead supply in this one.
This is just the energy trade too. Remember, and everybody thinks, oh, solar, you replaces energy, so solar moves opposite. It's not true. Actually, solar moves with energy if you want to look at correlations here. So as you see oil come down, solar often follows suit here too. Again, we know relatively solar has done really well. I still like solar relative long term. I still think there's a good place for it there, but you're really catching a falling knife here with this ENPH.
Yeah, and I'd be careful, at least for the time being, on positive catalyst there. A lot of people have just been more negative towards the ESG than I've ever seen. So we'll see what happens there. Let's keep going. Oh, look what just popped up there for a second there. Meta popping up here. What do you guys think about Meta's chart?
It's been unbelievably resilient. Again, there's rumors that TikTok was going to get banned, and it's not going to get banned. So you saw Meta popping up a little bit on that last week. I mean, they love, the tech stocks right now. It feels like, they do have a lot of cash. This isn't like, a banking crisis stock here. And there's been flight to quality here. And Meta, I guess, is being deemed as quality, at least for now.
If you're looking at 201.90 was Friday's high, and that's well short of the closing high of the move at 204.93. I've kind of been haven't been trading it, but I just thought this thing eventually would come down and fill the gap, but not looking like that's a possibility right now. But good job today, guys. I'm gonna hop off. I'll let you finish up, and be back later on.
All right, we'll wrap up with at least the stocks to watch. You guys can definitely check out, of course, TradeZero.
Can you do the down ones? I'll stick with you for 2 minutes.
By all means, let's do it.
Yeah,
if I can
like
do
doing
it,
the down
we'll do
ones.
net
Nice
change
tool.
down here. Let's do it. Let's get into the first one is PDD. Of course, we've talked a lot about PDD already. FRC. I think we talked a little bit about FRC there. And then we get into CWeb. That's interesting. Of course, seeing the China names down, this could be something to keep an eye out.
PDD is a part of that too. And with PDD being down, you're seeing all the pairs. Obviously, you got JD down, BABA down, China down overall. I still think market nervous about that meeting over the weekend there too, which I didn't want to go into the weekend long just for that meeting. I mean, here's the one thing, you just talk just technicals. It's so important to talk other things because, you see the headline Friday, Xi's going, to meet, with Putin. I'm like, you can't be long China stocks going into this, just tough. For that reason. And again, I didn't see that when I originally put the trade on, I think Wednesday. I don't know, maybe it wasn't even out there Wednesday, but you see that Friday, I was like, going long weekend, into the weekend with this. So, I mean, you got to just be cognizant. There's so much information coming at us, left, right, center. Stick to your Benzinga Pro, stick, and get that information there because I tell you right now, it's so much new information coming at us all the time. That's why we get so much chop as new information continues to come into this market.
Now, there was one here that's interesting to me to see it on here is not BABA. There was FDX, FedEx pulling back strong here. What do you think about this? I
got a position on it, so I can't talk it.
No worries. You see, I caught the one that we couldn't.
They caught me finally. I got.
You know it. It seems interesting to me. Definitely is pulling back there. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens there. Let me see if there's any other one here to kind of mention here. This is just a China EV. I don't like China EV right now, especially with Tesla moving back. What do you think about Tesla? I was looking at LI, but. What do you think about Tesla overall? Tesla, I think, is an important
Tesla, so I'm going to leave that one alone.
LI.
Again, China. I'm tough in China. Is it China? LI is China, isn't it?
It's China. 100%.
Yeah,
it's actually owned by China.
It's tough to come into any part Chinese stock right now. Too many unknowns. Too much risk. Same reason I'm not touching the banks, not touching Chinese stocks right now. Too much risk.
Mobileye?
I love Mobileye. I indirectly own it for my Intel shares, which I wish I directly owned it. But yeah, here's the stock. On a pullback here. Actually, the chart looks pretty dang good, Mitch.
It's held up.
If you got a pullback here.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still nervous in this overall market, but I am so inclined to look more at technology companies here as opposed to banks. So I think on the pullbacks here, I think I'm still looking at tech. I'd want a significant pullback, on Mobileye. Maybe you get down near the 40s, but the chart looks actually pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad, and it's definitely hung on, especially for a newer stock, right? We've seen so many newer stocks just struggle right out the gates. This has not struggled. It has not even gone through that first couple of days low, which was at 24.85. We're at 43.58. We'll see what happens there in Mobileye. Getting out of our TradeZero, you guys can always keep up with their extensive inventory of short locates. If you're a short trader out there and you're looking for abilities on how to short and maybe even have easy shorts, right? Not just only locates, I would definitely check out TradeZero. I'm going to throw up the link here so you guys can get 3 months for free on TradeZero's flagship software, 0